No, it's people. They get like they get high school kids who like they never break the rules. They tell them talk to the microphone. You cannot have a private conversation. I was talking to the girl. She was very nice. I walked over quietly. I said, "You've been very nice. What is your name?" Debbie. All right, Debbie. I said, "You want to maybe after work go out?" No, you're a loser. Take a walk. Anytime I was in a place 3 o'clock in the morning, it's empty, totally empty. There's nobody in the place. I walked in by myself alone. I said, just tell you what, maybe a cup of coffee and a donut. Coffee, donut. So right in front of your face. What do you got? Coffee, donut. What bothered me, see, not only was she the only, I was not only customer, she was the only person working in the whole place. There's nobody in the back. She's yelling for no reason. They actually ran around and said, what was that? Did it by herself. They have to do that. Have to do that. I actually met this girl named Debbie. This is a story. I'm glad you're here. I have all these things to tell you. I'm glad you're here because if I had to call you, this would cost a fortune. It really would. It works out well. And no, I was at this party. I met this girl. I get embarrassed. I meet people for the first time. I forget their names. I mean, like real soon. During the introduction, I'll forget their name. Someone goes, Paul, this is Debbie. I'll go, hi. What's your name? I think when you meet somebody, you don't want to know their names because you're looking at their main features. You're looking at how they look. I think you should get introduced by those features. That way you can remember it. Big nose, short pants, come here. It's my girlfriend, nice face, could lose a few pounds. Bingo, you got something. You know that? Horrendous breath, come here a second. Horrendous breath, this is my buddy, food stuck in your teeth, for God's sakes. You don't smile, you don't talk, everybody's happy, okay? Because you get nervous. When you're in somebody else's house, you worry about everything, don't you? I was at this party, I go into the bathroom, I'm worried if I'm using the right towels. I do. I don't know why. Some people, they make it tough. They give you like 14 sets of towels, and you're there for an hour and a half with wet hands. And they're all different types. You have the regular, normal towels, which you assume, well, only family can use. Only family can. Then you have the fancy one with the initials that nobody can use. Even if those are your initials, by the way, nobody ever uses those towels. Makes no difference. Everybody uses the same one, that dirty, disgusting, wet one over the shower. You're all looking, because it's right there. You look around, you go, to hell with it. This one is here. I get lazy. I don't even look for towels. On the way out, I just rub my face in their bathrobe. That's all. It's just so much easier. There's an invasion of somebody's privacy, huh? It's like, whoo. Because being in somebody else's bathroom is very private. I feel terrible because you see things you don't want to see. You know what I mean? You're looking around, and you ever open somebody else's medicine cabinet, and suddenly you find out a little bit more about this person than you wanted to know, and you can never look at them in the face again because you know all their problems. You see all these, stomach pills and ointments, and you're going, hey, poor guy, I tell you, sit down for a while. You look terrible. You just can never forget that. It's a problem. You like impressions? We had a great impressionist on tonight. Don was great. I have one. Would you like to see it? This is the only one I do, okay? If you don't like this, I'll drive you home. That's how I feel about this. I can do two. I have two impressions. This is every contestant on the game Password. All right, you watch Password? This is every contestant on that game. I'm gonna play. It's not funny, but it's so accurate, isn't it? It's exactly how to do it. No, this is great. This is my impression of every eye doctor in the world, all right? Every eye doctor in the world. Better like this, or better like this? Once again, better like this, or better like this? They breathe right in your eyes. You ever notice that? You start crying in front of you. Can you move back, Doc? It'll be a little better like that. I'll be quite honest with you. It's better like this, or better... They ask you like 140 times in 10 minutes. You know why they ask you? Because they love to watch you sweat. That's the only reason. Listen, every time they ask you, you lose confidence in your own judgment, don't you? Because you figure he's a doctor, he would know this stuff. I don't know it. You tell me, I'll believe. So, because I do. I change every time he asks me, I change my mind. Whatever he asks me again, after a while, you get suspicious. You think he's trying to trick you into his answer. It's like, you think it's better like this? Like this? Is that what you thought I said? Better like this? Not at all. No, I said I have a sweater like this. That's what I said. Totally misinterpreted what I said. Yes, I have two sweaters. One's like this, one not. That's what I said, yes. No, it's worse, doctor, and it's not worse. No, it's the same. Yeah, I knew that all the time. I did. Let me guess. This is opaque and there's no light and I'm an idiot. Is that right, Doc? Because this is what they do. They have to have little jokes to amuse themselves because they're boring people. Eye doctors... They go home, they call up other eye doctors, and they laugh about what an idiot they made you feel like. This is, certain jobs, certain people with bad jobs, they have to do this, like dry cleaning. You know what dry cleaners do? I just figured out what they do for kicks. They put little tiny staples in your clothes and hide them. You ever bring pants into a dry cleaner? It's like they always put that tag where you would never see it. Like, this would be too obvious. Put it outside? No, that's too simple. They take the staples, they sew it behind the zipper. You'd never look there. You'd never see it. Can't even feel it. 14 years later, you're picking up a quarter. Whoa! I found the staple, sweetheart. It's too late. Forget it. We'll have to adopt. I'm sorry. I can't move like this. It's a tough... People with certain, tough jobs. I met a guy the other day. I felt so bad. Had the worst job in the world. This guy... He was a salesman for the telephone company. Now, it sounds like a great job, salesman for the phone company. I realized what this poor guy does. Every day, he sits by his desk, calls people up, and when they answer, he tries and sell them a telephone. Who's buying? You know what I mean? Somebody already else got that call. It's just a tough job. But it's one of those things. Certain things in life you can't change. It's just one of those. If I could change one thing in life, you know what I would do? I would make it so that when you wake up in the morning, you actually have good breath. I think God screwed up on this one. I really do. It's just one of those things. Unless it's a joke and we don't know about it. I mean, you wake up, it's embarrassing. You're with a woman, you say good morning, and she weeps. It hurts the ego. It really does. You wake up, yawn, and a fly dies. You got to feel bad. Because when you wake up, it's so hard to have respect for yourself. You look in the mirror and you realize it's an amazing thing. You have no facial features in the morning. I don't know what happens. It's just, everything disappears. You can see the main features. It's like pajamas with a nose. That's about it. You know why this happens? Nature makes you humble. It humbles you to do this. Really, because when you think about it, when you go to sleep, you're feeling cocky. You're going, hey, why am I going to bed by myself? Right? You wake up, look in the mirror. Oh, that's why. I have no facial features and I'm an idiot. Okay, I got it. It's one of those disgusting things. I find I get very disgusted by disgusting things. I can't, I always see them. You ever see something on the street and it takes you like about 4 years to forget you saw it? I saw the other day, I don't want to ruin your evening, there was an old guy, I don't know if he was a bum or just a bad dresser, but he just, I saw, he was leaning over and he cleared his throat and it ruined my whole week. I was feeling great until I saw it. I was walking around the corner of my eyes, I didn't want to see that. It was just little disgusting. Some people, the worst thing yesterday on the bus was a lady, I never saw this in my life, she sneezed with her eyes open. Did you ever see that? It scared the hell out of me. You cannot do that. Biologically, it's impossible. You rip your throat out of your head. You have to close those eyes. Because if somebody's going to sneeze, their eyes start going, opening and closing. You can move away. This lady, I'm looking at her, right at her, and she goes, "Whew, all right." And I just said, there must be something wrong. I looked again, whew, allergy season. All right, it was just, I thought she was yelling at me in a language I didn't speak. It was a problem. Some people go the other way. They don't sneeze. They have a whole big production, and then there's nothing at the end. It fizzles right out. That pisses me off. It's just because you want all that work, you want to see something, There's a friend of mine who used to do this. He used to sit right next to me and go, I said, get that out of your head, for God's sake, because it backs up and you become stupid. I don't know if you know this. It does. It backs up and you lose all sense of proportion and intelligence. It's a terrible... There's a guy, a bum, who lives on my street who was like the most disgusting man in America. He's just the lowest, the creme de la scum. He's just a vile guy. He's disgusting. Flies won't land on him. You know what I mean? They think about it. The flies hover over his head and go, no, thank you very much. Because look at you, for God's sake. This man, he's been living for years on my steps. He's been living there. He gets his mail delivered. It's his bum steps. They mail the whole thing. He has a wife and children. This is little bum babies. It's little bambinos. They raise these tiny... it's a Latin word for small bum. I looked it up. You can tell they're bum babies. They have diapers, little overcoats. It's pathetic to see it. They drink milk from paper bags. It's a pain. It's sad. These little kids, I love little kids. Don't get me wrong. I love kids. Anybody here? Anybody have small kids? Little kids? They're great, but they're so stupid. It just amazes me. They really are. No, it's tough. I was a kid for 14 years. I was left back. It's tough. It's really tough being a kid. You know what? Because tell you things that make no sense and you believe them. That's the problem. When you're a kid, you trust everybody. You don't know anybody because you're short and you're stupid. You know what I mean? You believe people. My mother used to say the stupidest thing, and I believed it. When I was a kid, if I ran around the house, she used to say, you're not going to be happy until you break your neck. You want to double check that, Ma, please? I'll wait on the top of the stairs. I'm not falling just yet. Parents insult your intelligence. You ever hear this question when you were a kid? Do you want me to hit you? I think you want. Do you want me to hit you? You ever look at the kid's face? He's going, what do you think, sweetheart? My baby, I'm not an asshole, okay? Put yourself in my little booties. Would you want that? I may have been born this year. I wasn't born yesterday, okay? Give me a break. Sometimes they try and get you to help. They're so lazy. They go, come over here and let me hit you. Yeah, sure. I'll be there in a second, Mark. I say, go knock yourself out. I can't walk yet. Where am I going? You know what I mean? It's tough. Little kids, you're sweating or else you're dying, sir, because I'm doing both, frankly. And no, you look. Is it hot in here, or did we move to Guam? This is actually a mobile home. I don't know if you know this. We're in the tropics. It's actually in a mobile home. You wake up and the neighborhood will really have changed. And no, it's great. I was driving around today and I got lost. This was a problem. I got lost and wasn't my. I always thought road signs don't help around here. I don't know why they have certain road signs. I think they put up just to confuse. Just to bother you. You ever see a no U-turn sign? They only put no U-turn signs right where there's a great place to make one. You know what I mean? You won't even think about it. You just say, yeah, I think I will. It looks beautiful. You go out. They waste money on signs. These deer crossing signs. You ever seen those? These deer crossing signs, 5 miles. How do they know to cross at these signs? I don't understand. Are the deers reading these signs? I've yet to see a deer fly out of the forest, spot the sign, and go, not here, Bambi, exit 5. Come on. The stupidest one of all, when they have construction signs, they want to get you scared. They have construction signs and they have flashing lights that go, danger, men working. Right? They want to get you nervous. Danger, men working. Now, between you and me, folks, I don't see where that danger is. I mean, I really don't. I'm driving 55, 60 miles an hour. I'm sitting inside a 7,000-pound car. Got a seatbelt, little cushion, little radio going. I feel pretty good. On the other hand, this guy is out there working by himself, and he's got a hat. It's not even close, you know what I mean? What does he have, an orange vest? I can handle colors. I'm not scared of that. I think they should have a sign for him. Watch your ass, car's coming. Hey, whoa. They give you great directions, but they overdo it. You ever have one of these people, they overdo it, they throw in too many details, you get confused. So they feel like obligated to list everything you'll be seeing for 200 miles. And you try to remember. A guy says to me, go down about 1.5 miles. You'll see with 17 crosses, 9 will be an overpass. You can't miss it. There's where the old factory, remember where the old factory used to be? Well, it used to be. It's not there now, but it used to be a factory. Then you keep going, you keep going, you keep going, you keep going to be a light, you keep going. Then you come to a stop sign, you keep going. They'll be right past the high school. Right, everything in America is past the high school. Have you noticed this? Nobody goes to these schools. They build them just to pass them. That's it. So he's giving me all these things. You go past the high school. You can't miss it at Howard Johnson's. You'll see Ramada Inn. You'll see everything. I'm going, all right, I got it. Let me just repeat. Howard Johnson, Ramada Inn, high school, stop sign, 17.9, there's an overpass. Is that what I want? He says, no, you don't want that. You want to go right here. So it's just, they had, the worst people never ask 2 types of people for directions. Little kids and very old people. These are the worst. You never ask a little kid, boy, because they want to help, but they don't know. It's you ever ask like a 4-year-old or something? They go, hey kid, you live here. How do you get to the stadium? The stadium? How do I get there? Me? My father takes me. It's like, whew. They don't know. It's a problem. They just don't know. Old people are worse. They don't know that they forgot. What do you want, the stadium? Okay, the stadium. You said stadium. Okay. All right, just give me a sec. All right, okay. Never mind, I'll get a better way. Okay. What you want to do, I got what you want. Your best bet. The best thing, I'm just thinking of the best way for you. They have custom-made directions, apparently. It's just the best way for you. Don't tell this to anybody else. This is only for you. Then the worst, I'll leave you with this, is the worst thing anybody, when you're lost, somebody tells you this, you get killed. The guy says to me, don't worry about it, kid, you can't miss it. You can't miss it. That's the worst thing to say to somebody who's lost. Because now there's pressure, you know what I mean? Now there's pressure. You miss it, you're lost, and you're an asshole. I gotta go. You've been a lot of fun, folks. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. Good night.